Hello and welcome to AK Talks Morning Show. I've been looking at myself for like 10 minutes, just getting the best angle. It doesn't get it. This there's no sanity left here, man. This is what I'm gonna do. So it's a holiday treat for everybody. It's a happy Halloween week, so I get to wear a costume that I decided to do this, and I'm committing to the bit. It's not. I don't even have anything for this banana costume, but it's just I don't know, man. I can't even look at myself. And this is I don't know what level of ego this has to be. I think I'm at the negatives right now. Just drinking, wearing a banana costume, and just trying to address it so no one else can make fun of me first. Uh, Another beautiful morning for everybody in the world and me. First, hard hitter of a topic because we only line up the best topics. We gathered a team for this. We sit down hours and hours and end, and we're gonna talk about cleaning. We're gonna talk about cleaning because that's all we got here. So I decided to use ChatGPT AI, the future of the world, to understand cleaning. Even though you guys, oh, thank God you can't tell, but this room is fucking trash right now. Like no ends meet. This shit is gone. Everything's everywhere. So I didn't hit my room. I just did everything else but my room. It's an easy schedule to do. It does what you should do every single day, and then every single day other that that's fucking stupid. How did I? Every day of the week specializes in one thing you have to clean. One thing in particular you have to clean, and I have to try it out. I don't know if I like it, but I think the idea is not that bad. I could have made it up myself, but I only wanted to just find the way to do some cleaning where I don't have to think. I could just do other stuff in my head while cleaning. It's kind of like a multitask reason why I let ChatGPT try it out. And it's more like a rough draft era. So if it works out, I'm going to keep it. If it doesn't, I'm going to swap it out. I did everything on the list today, I think, except my room. And it covers the whole house from like home maintenance to outdoors, indoors to the dog. So I think it's going to be a great idea. I would honestly recommend other people to try it too. It's not that bad of a way to go using ChatGPT and AI to fix your life. I am surprised how hot this is getting fast. It's like retaining heat really good. It's like it's an insulator or some shit. Anything else? I just been doing mobile mechanic work throughout the weekend. It is furlough season. I'm off of getting paid, but not going to work, so I'm off of that, which is just so fun to know that I'm not getting paid for all the efforts I'm doing. So I got sent home early so I can do some more mobile mechanic work, or it was more like you get a day off because you're not getting paid, and if you have another opportunity to make money, they're not going to be retarded and say don't take it because bills got to get hit. Bills are going to come no matter what. And it's a weird thing to be a mechanic, and if you don't understand hard work at all, or never worked with your hands, or know anybody in your family that's done that shit either, but it's kind of like another personality has to get switched on when you're working on shit because nothing ever works. Nothing ever is designed easily, so you're always going to face an issue. There's always going to be some type of problem. There's no other perfect solution for everything. So you just get a pretty bad attitude fast, and it's not even like you hate anybody, not because it's not directed towards anyone, but just the world. Like if I curse out the car, I don't mean anyone else around me. I'm still a nice dude, so I don't mean that to anyone else around me, and they shouldn't feel alarmed about me throwing my tools across the street or cursing Chinese people or Spanish people or black people, but it's just how it is. It's nothing personal. But it's just how the things get done. It's the best way to do. You have to curse it out, and you have to curse out anything that pops in your head first. Like, I got mad at this bowling place because it just had the word bowl, but not bowling. And I was like, why the fuck did you just give up? Why the fuck this whole place just give up? It was a train tracks right next to like a 5 road intersection. Right next to suburban neighborhoods. I'm like, there's no sound ordinance here. Something is wrong here right now. Nothing here makes sense. I got mad at the city. I don't even know where I was at. I just got mad at the whole city. I'm like, someone's doing something wrong and evil. It's corruption. That's the reason why. Everything is about money. Everything's about fucking money. But it was because I couldn't separate the ball joint. And honestly, I thought I could. I always think I could. I can just hit it with a hammer, maybe get knocked loose, spray some WD-40, some PB Blast or some shit. But none of that shit worked, so it was just the same old issue. And I didn't want to pop the boot. I can say this. I didn't want to pop the boot because it's going to break and then you have to repair that. And that's not an easy job at all. That's even worse. I'd rather just fucking put a whole new axle instead of that shit. Fucking ball joint. Fucking, it's so fucking stupid. But yeah, I just hit it with the pickle fork. I destroyed the shit out of that fucking housing or the fucking rubber that holds all the grease in. I just tear that bitch up in half. Like I couldn't give a flying fucking shit because I went 2 runs to the parts store and back. The first time I spent $170 for a loaner tool. That shit didn't work, obviously, because they made a tool that doesn't work. That's why they charge it more. There's no reason to fix anything. No reason anything in the world should work anymore, right? Just buy something new again instead of paying the regular amount for the price. But it's whatever, dude. It's some dude in China or some dude in Venezuela is like smiling right now because he knows everything's working in his fucking world, but not in my world. Everything has to fucking break. I'm getting like flashbacks at this point. I fucking hate that shit so fucking much. My fingers are getting bloody because I kept missing. Like I was holding down the Y arm. It's like the control arm. I was holding down the control arm with one hand so I could pry up the fucking ball joint. Fucking didn't work out. It slipped. Fucking scratched my hand against the ground. Hit the fucking shit out of my funny bone to a point where I thought my pinky was bleeding. I thought it was just bleeding from the top because it hurt that much. And it got to the point where it was just like numb. I couldn't even scream or do anything. I was like, am I going to use this arm again? Am I? And that didn't fucking happen. Thank God I have my hands still, but it's not even like there's one issue. It's just things that start stacking up and stacking up and stacking up. Now I'm going to be an angry banana. One joke. Here we go. It's like I was working on like a 1-lane road, kind of. Technically 2 because you can park on both sides, but people are driving like it's 1 lane. And they were just like speeding by my head every single fucking second they can, going like 40 miles past my, like I said, neighborhood. It's 25 miles. Please, I'm working here. I have all my tools out. Is this not obvious? Is this not obvious that I'm here? Why the fuck are you just speeding past my head? And after like 15 cars, anytime I can hear a car, I would stop working and then stare at the driver. I'm like, you're going to kill me? At least look at me in the eyes. At least fucking give me the respect to do it. And they'll slow down at least. But that shit got me riled up. And then having to hit the parts store twice, that shit got me riled up. And when I went to the parts store, everything's locked up. This shitty fucking neighborhood that people live in and call themselves human beings, everything, $10 tools locked up. Why the fuck is $10 locked? It's so fucking stupid. I can't even pull off and I have to, that shit pissed me off too. I'm like, you guys, this is a failed organization. Call the GM. Tell somebody about this issue because I shouldn't be asking a sales associate to buy a $10 part because it's locked up. Jesus fucking Christ. Who the fuck's stealing pickle forks? Who the fuck? And the worst part about it, too, the pickle fork was used. It was returned. So I still paid full price for a brand new item that was obviously returned because the package looked like it got butt fucked by 10 gay guys. It was just so fucking shitty. It wrapped around in plastic. Like, why am I paying full price for this? Why the fuck? It's a refurbished. You guys got it. But no, I have to pay. I have to fucking bite the bullet because it's fucking. That's how it works around here. That's how it works. And I was watching the video because I thought I was missing something. I was like, it's just 3 bolts you have to take off, and everything should just slide out. The CV axle was a job. The CV axle just slide out. And I'm watching the video, and the guy's like, and you just give it a little love tap, and the whole thing comes out. I'm like, all right, there you go. A guy in the South working on a video or working on a car. Why record the video? Why fucking make the video if you live in the South? You don't have rust. It's so stupid watching that video. It's like, yeah, you slide it out you could blow on it and it will come right out. But I'm hitting with it. I'm hitting a hammer against it, sliding every single pry tool. I'm slipping every single fucking second. I can't get a good ass angle. My ears are ringing. I'm like, you're fucking lying. And so yeah, I just fucking kept working on that fucking shitty goddamn vehicle, and I just made videos while working on the vehicle, cause I was so fucking pissed to a point I was about to hit I'm not about to be a mechanic. I was about to hit sorry, sue me, bitch. This is not a real business. Fuck me. I don't care. Fuck this car. I'll drive it down the fucking highway without a tire. Fuck it. I don't care. But thank God I just made the videos instead of just fucking yelling at the customer, blaming him for this fucking issue. Because you can't separate a CV axle. You can't break it in half without noticing other issues. That's my problem with anyone with a car. If you notice something is going bad, Just go to a mechanic. At least hear what he's gonna say. Yeah, maybe it's gonna cost a fucking arm and a leg, but if it's broken and then you go to the mechanic, then it's gonna cost you the whole fucking body. Like it's an easy dude. It's so fucking stupid. I hate being a mechanic so fucking much. I hate it so much because there's no love for vehicles anymore. Everyone just throws their vehicle like it's a used fucking phone. Like it's have some fucking. Why is this? Something's in my eye. Fucking shit. Shitty fucking costume. Have some respect for your vehicle, man. It takes you places safely. So at least take care of it. It doesn't need that much fucking maintenance. Generally, any vehicle you have does not need that much fucking maintenance. Maybe twice a year you might need to maintain it. That's like neglecting too. Twice a year. I fucking service my own vehicle every single fucking time I can, and never been an issue. I never had to swear at my vehicle. It's nice. It's fun to work on. I put anti-seize on everything. Anti-seize makes sure there's no rust in between two different metal parts, if you're wondering. Yeah, so that wasn't fun. And I was trying to slide in the CV axle after taking off the fucking doing everything. I just had to slide it in. And I didn't realize it didn't slide in correctly after I buttoned everything back up together because it was leaking fucking transmission fluid on the ground. So I was like, I was just trying to pray. I was like, maybe if I just drive it like this, nobody would notice. Nobody would notice the leaking transmission fluid and the grinding sound. Maybe no one would notice. So I disassembled it again one last time, and I was trying to slide it in. I was like pushing it with my hand, like leaning back, pushing it, throwing like a knee in that bitch. Like I was George Floyding that fucking CBX. I was like, you can't move. Like I was, that was a really bad reference. Damn, I felt bad, and I just went back and forth for about like almost an hour at that point, just trying to get the CB axle to seal, and I just gave up. So right after I gave up mentally, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna hammer the fucking shit out of it. So I stood up, gave it the good old like fucking the good old putt shot. I was like 1, 2, and threw up a leg, wham. And the idea was like, maybe if I break the vehicle, I won't have to fix it anymore. Maybe it'll be I'd rather replace the transmission than put another CB axle on this bitch. And first shot went in smooth, and I was like, why the fuck? And I couldn't be happy. That's the issue. I wasn't even happy that it worked. I was like, you fucking shitty. Everything fucking, nothing fucking. And gave it a little test drive down the road and back. No other issues. It did pop up another code for the exhaust leak somewhere, but it wasn't my job. So I was like, yeah, fixed it. I wouldn't recommend hiring me again because I'm pissed at this fucking car. This car has already took my legs. I'm tired of this shit. It's the weather, too, that pissed me off. It was cold in the morning, got really hot in the midday, and then got cold again when I was almost done. And I was like, it's just all these little pieces. All these little pieces make this fucking personality of anger towards working. And then normally I enjoy working on vehicles, my vehicle. I'm like, yeah, it's fun. It's clean. I'm setting myself up for success. It's easy work to do, but work on anyone else's, man. That's how you fucking hate the job. Other jobs I did was install this touchscreen for my brother, and the camera didn't work, and that shit pissed me off again. I don't know what to do. That was a moment where I just didn't know what to do. I was like, fucking shit. Do I have to rewire the camera? Do I have to find the fucking camera wire out of all these fucking... so I just hit him with just buy a different camera that works with this, and I'll install that. I can't figure that out. That's going to be an 8-hour job, just reading wiring diagrams and just fucking guessing and hoping and praying and cutting up half the fucking vehicle. So it's just, I don't know, dude. Sometimes jobs are easy. Sometimes they're fun. Sometimes I can like laugh with the customer while doing it too. But majority, I don't know, like just generally, when the weather gets nasty, I get nasty fast. I don't like working in fucking overalls and boots and 2 sweaters. It's not fun. What else we got going? It is furlough season though. Didn't realize how bad it was for me till they started like really hitting the nail a little bit harder, because we had a meeting about this issue about the furlough stuff. So they're moving me to a closer shop to my house because they're trying to help me save money on gas, which is nice. I think it's nice. And they also let me know after the government opens up, there's going to be like, you got hired as a new worker. So they're going to process whatever payments you guys you have in the back and the next payment coming up. So you're looking about 3 to 4 weeks before getting that first check. And I was like, oh, so you're saying if the government opens up right now today, October 28th, opens up today, I would have to wait till like middle of November to see any money. And that's when it really like hit me in the head. I was like, oh shit, I'm about to be really broke fast. This is not good at all. I'm not really good with managing money at all. I have no sense of urgency with money till it happens right now. So now I'm just trying to play my cards right, see what bills have to get paid, see what things I can fucking take a bite on, and it just overall sucks dick because I don't have enough money to keep myself alive until the end of November. I can keep myself alive till the end of October, and maybe halfway in November. That's when I'm gonna be playing with fire. But until then, I am playing with fire right now. So that fucking sucks dick. I'm just complaining here now. I did get an offer to be I got an interview, I mean, to do some airplane mechanic shit, so I can be an airplane mechanic now, which is, I think, is cooler. I think the benefits are awesome too. Just guessing because it's union work too. I think all airplane mechanics are union, or anywhere inside airplanes work is union, because the billionaires that run that shit fucking would drive you down a wall to find a way to pay you less and work you harder. I don't know what the schedule's like either. That's the only thing I'm really concerned about the job. I really don't care about my past jobs or anything like that. I'll just work a new job. Doesn't really matter. Just the schedule really matters to me, honestly. So maybe I'll get that position, and hope to God they have flexible hours, because online it's saying like you work 4 days on, 2 days off. That's how it is. I'm like, that's disgusting. I think that's inhumane work. What do you mean 4 days on? You talk about 24 hours, 12 hours? What do you mean 4 days on? I don't know. Hopefully overtime will take me out my fucking debt crisis that I'm in. And I'm not trying to go through a whole new training program to find out if I'm going to be a good mechanic all over again. Because there is an apprenticeship program so you can get licensed to be a mechanic for airplanes and shit. I really don't give a fuck. I just want another gig. That's the only thing. I compare jobs to gigs. It's just another gig. Yeah, it's 17 minutes. Nice. So I've been listening to Chinese, Greek, and African music, like ancient, those type of music, because it just feels right in my head and heart and like the soul just feels right. I don't understand the words, don't know the instruments, don't even know if it's like a sing along type of I have no clue what I'm listening to, but it just sounds good and it feels good, and that's the only thing I'm aiming for. If it sounds good and feels good, only because it inspires like inspiration or imagination in my ideas. I've been listening to one of my favorite dudes online as a professor. His name is, or at least his channel is called Predictive History. He's a really entertaining dude, a Chinese professor, so you really can't trust him in America. But he actually looks like he gives a fuck about what he's teaching, and he's inspired to teach more, and for people to like question him. Like he's an interactive teacher, or at least professor, I could say, online. I have no clue about his rate my professor is. I don't think they have that in China. It's more like Gongxing Zhe. That was racist. That wasn't funny. That was just racist. So he does talk about the imagination, the mind of the imagination possibilities of a human being, of how that changed the world as we know it. Gave an example of how they made the pyramids in Egypt. He said it was more like an imaginary. Some dude had an imagination, and it said we should build this for the gods. That's why it's so important that we should build this. But his imagination was so profound and so powerful that it became reality. He didn't have all these fucking testings and shit like that, computers to verify if the engineering will work out. And he's like, I just think it, and that's what I want, and it looks just like that. And the people that built it, he says, I'm just rephrasing at this point, is that they built it for the gods because now it means more for them. That's why they did it. It's not because they got paid $1 more every year, or it's like a pension plan they're trying to make or some shit, or some way they can feed their kids. It's like, no, we're doing this for the gods so they can come down to earth and make them feel at home because it's so magnificent, and it's only meant for the gods and shit like that. There's other facts and numbers about the pyramids too, about how it's like longitude and latitude of the center of the earth or some shit like that. a lot of different coincidences. It lines up with like another stars and shit. There's a lot of unexplained reasons why the Great Pyramids are built. I have no reason for me yet. My idea is based off others and shit. It's like it's a generator. Water flows through the bottom. There's a certain amount of crystals inside of the center. It's conductive. Gold at the top for I don't know. It's just some random. I think it's a generator. The way someone explained is like if the world did end, if it was a cataclysmic event, waterfall, not waterfall, world flooding, asteroid, big ass earthquakes. The only thing that would stand testament to the end of time, or at least a little bit further into the future than human beings, is generators, things that generate big sources of power, nuclear plants, things that are made to be indestructible because they just have to be, because they're supplied with so much power, so much energy, and so much fucking other forces that they have to make it indestructible to a point where like it'll last till the pyramids. So I just explained someone else's idea and I totally forgot their name. So it's kind of his idea too. I don't know. He was on and off about that idea. He was just saying like, oh, maybe it is true, maybe it isn't, and I kind of like his the most. Yeah, life's made from imagination. You use it to create your own life. That's why I'm listening to the music. It's like to get into that atmosphere of just creating. And it kind of does help too, because now it's easier just to think about funny things, to make like movies or like write scripts and do sketches and just finish up my own jokes too, or just imagining like designs in itself. Because I do really like a really great designed product, like a Ferrari. That's beautiful engineering and craftsmanship. I love a good craftsmanship idea where someone's like, oh, the smallest detail matters. Nothing here is just made to be made. It's all here for perfection. And if you try to fix it, you'll witness perfection. It was more in a sense like I was watching someone work on Ferraris and saw another video about someone restoring Ferraris. I was like, everything here matters. All of this stuff was made for its reason. There is not just like a bolt just to hold in shit because it's going to be heavier on this side or something. It's like, I can't even describe it because it's so much information and so much design. It's so like the handles in itself, just the door in itself is beautiful enough. I can't compare any other modern vehicle compared to a Ferrari, and it's not just the price tag that really makes it so nice. It's just the overall design. If they made it like a hybrid EcoBoost inside that shit, it would still be a beautiful fucking vehicle. No one would want to buy it because it's not as powerful, but like I would definitely enjoy it. A lot of companies are going for like the more minimalistic, cheaper end for newer vehicles and stuff, which I don't really appreciate. I just like a great designed product. It's just for having it. Like I have some tools to work on cars that I've never used in a while, but the design in itself was awesome. It was I think it's a 180-degree ratchet. I don't even have it on me, do I? No. It's like the head itself can go 180 degrees, and then you lock it in place, and then you can get it's like for really weird angles. So instead of having like a straight ratchet, it'll be bent at the end 90 degrees or 180 degrees or whatever. It's just a nice curved angle. It looks awesome. I think the design was really worth being made. I haven't seen anyone else try to make anything else like that. Got it at Harbor Freight for a cheap price. And I appreciate it. That's all I can say. I appreciate that idea. 24 minutes. Here we go. So I saw Louis C.K. over at the Baltimore Theater. I forgot the name. It's a nice theater. Beautiful theater. Take it back. I was more amazed about the actual theater than the performance. I did come late to it, so I didn't see the first 15, 20 minutes-ish, which is all right. It's out of my control. But Louis C.K. himself, it's really weird seeing someone you adore. It's really weird seeing your heroes. Like the expression, don't meet your heroes because they won't ever live up to it or some shit like that. It kind of matters now the more I get older because it's more realistic. It's like, yeah, this guy, he's not a god. He's not that crazy. He's an old man talking about shit in his old man life. He's just an old guy talking about old guy shit, and nothing really is surprising. So I didn't really enjoy his performance, but it's not meant for me, at least not at my age. I kind of get that comedy is within time periods. You have to be in that generation to really enjoy it that much. Yeah, you can always have an open mind and think like, oh yeah, I can guess what it'll feel like to be 55, and I'll guess that this joke will hit hard at 55. But I'm not inside that pretend mood. When I see someone at that level, I'm like, I want to see your best work. This is your best work, really? Is it because you're at this age? Probably. So I don't know. If he was younger, like around my age, 20s or 30s, even, like I would probably relate to his jokes a lot more. But him talking about just being old and how weird everything feels and just different life and stuff, it kind of makes you realize, like, oh yeah, comedy is just timepieces. That's all it is. I don't really enjoy anything. I enjoyed it because I was in that timepiece. Once I left it, I'm like, all right, I don't really give a shit anymore. Um, who's another great example for that too? I would say Attell, but like Attell still like he still has his timepieces. It's not even like a timepiece. He doesn't really talk about himself. It's more the comics who get into like personal stuff. That's when it really doesn't like it really gets out of my perspective. Unless that personal stuff is relatable to me, then I'm like, oh, this guy's such a genius. I've already said that comedy isn't just about being funny; it's about a whole bunch of other stuff, and it just makes more sense. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy it. I wouldn't say he's the best comic out right now. He is still a legend in my books. It's just like legends got to end. That's the only reason it's a legend, because he finally stopped. You can't be a legend forever, all right? I don't know what's another great example to compare it to. Don't really watch too much old people. That's the issue. So I haven't seen if they're greater. Like I still think like Prince is dead, or like, oh, old people did die. The Beatles are dead. I don't know. I think they are, but couldn't give a fucking shit to check. So something that I seen online that is very interesting to me, and what channel really covers a lot of interesting topics, is Veritasium, Veritasium. Great fucking channel to watch on YouTube. Really profound thinking inside of physics and engineering. Really fucking interesting dude. I even think he covers just general history too, but a lot of science stuff. I was surprised to realize how much science I actually enjoy once it starts to get interesting. Even down like atoms, like talking about atoms and electrons and how things can just swap at the molecular level, at the smallest level, atomic level, and it'll change the whole compound. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. How the fuck does that happen? Why the fuck does that happen? I was learning about electromagnetism, magnetic fields and stuff. Something interesting that I was trying to like replicate is just like how do you create a magnetic field that reflects off the earth. That's like the grand scheme, imaginary idea to make that into like a movie or like a written book or some shit, some type of storytelling there. And I was trying to find out how the earth has a magnetic field. I thought it was just like a standard big old circle because it's just earth. I have no reason to understand why there is magnetic, or why earth is magnetic at all. And he explained that the center of the earth is colder than the outer layer, and then the outer layer is the only hot part. So the center of the earth is a solid piece of metal. Outside of it is where all the molten lava is, all that fucking cool fucking hellscape is. And then outside of that, it's like more mantle-ish stuff, and then that's where we live on the third phase. I'm just like really fucking simplifying this shit. I'm not doing nothing sciencey here. And the center part has an electromagnetic field, and then the outside melted lava has another magnetic field, but it's inside a different direction. So instead of going like one big loop, there are smaller loops going in a whole different direction. So it's going up and it's going side to side, and that creates this up motion even powerful, because now it's like interacting with the side motion. So it's like boom, 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 boom. So every single time it goes down the middle and deviates to the side, because the side has its own spectrum, and it comes back down, it gets stronger. It makes sense the way he described it. I hope to God I described it even easier. It's a great idea. I don't know how to implement that. The only idea they have to do is that you have to get a magnetic field, so a regular magnet, and then find a way to distort the magnetic field with another magnetic field at a smaller level. So the bigger one can use it as like a speed boost, I think, speed boost or amplifier to make the original one bigger. And it kind of like it's nice on paper to draw it out. It looks nicer on paper. Describing it just makes me sound even more retarded than I am. But yeah, Ferrari's the best design. What else I write? I just wrote Hans. Nice. That's fucking out. Oh, here it is. This is a great design. Um. Hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense. There you go. See the two different types of magnetic fields. One's coming at one end, the other one's coming at the other end, and that's the channel name too. All right, I should have shown that. Last thing I'll say here to get it off the chest is that I'm trying to get better at pool. I realize pool is really interesting and makes me feel I can use my retarded brain when I'm playing pool because there's a lot of math and angles and geometry. Everything matters in pool. You can't just have like a settled game for fun. There's some tips and tricks. A fun trick that I like doing, or fun tip that I like doing, is that you have to have a pregame shot for every single shot you do. And something I like doing is I like chalking up the inner part of my hand because it's just a smoother flow. And I like doing the wrist flick so I can get some more, lose the tension off the forearm so I don't feel that tight and tense. And I think that's really it. That's the two things that I like doing right before a shot. So I'm trying to get my pre-shot routine like automatic without even thinking anymore. Also, you should be shooting softer. That's the other tip. You should be always shooting softer. It's easier to correct the shot when you're shooting it soft, because if you're just hitting it hard, it's kind of just like a wild shot. Sometimes it usually does go in for people, but you don't want to risk a shot. You just want to be more calculated, because it's not just making one ball in, it's to see where the white ball lands for the next shot. A lot of important fucking gay shit you should think about on your day to work or whatever the fucking time of day you're watching this shit. Cause I've been AK. You've been watching AK Talks Morning Show. Have a very classy day.